Today, we've got Gina Driscoll joining us for our quick candidate conversation, questions from the chamber. Gina, thank you so much. Gina's running for City Council District 6 for re-election. She was elected first time in 2017. So Gina, if you don't mind, I'm going to jump right in. First question I have is about the raise. How do you envision the city's role in financing a potential multi-purpose sports complex that would include a home for the Rays?
Thanks, Matt, and thanks for having me on today. The Rays are one of the biggest assets that we have in our city. People worked very hard to bring a Major League Baseball team to our city, and I strongly believe that we really should do all we can to understand the proposed shared season concept and see if that is a good path forward for us so that we can continue to have baseball in St. Pete. In terms of financing a ballpark or a sports pavilion, it really depends on what the uses would be. And what the Rays have proposed is, it's very interesting to me because they're proposing a flexible space that could not only be used for baseball, but for soccer with the Rowdies and other sports and events and festivals as well. If this is something that could have a real shared use between the public and the Rays, I think we could work out financing that would make sense for everyone.
Great. So a little bit of follow-up there. Would you be willing to allow the Rays to develop a portion of the Trop site to help fund the sports complex if need be?
The Rays have indicated that they have a vision that does go beyond a ballpark. They are talking about a sports medicine facility in partnership with one of our local healthcare organizations. And, going beyond that with some other commercial or office space. I really see a sports-oriented complex taking shape here with what they've told us so far. And in order to do that, yes, they would have to have a chunk of that land in order to do that development. So I look forward to learning more before I decide, how I feel about all of that.
But you're open to it.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, so let me move on to a different topic here. Education. How should the city of St. Petersburg work to make St. Pete the best city for education in the country?
It starts when the children are so young. Early childhood learning is so incredibly important. We know that sets the stage for a child's success for the rest of their lives. And then, once they get into school, really finding ways for the city to support our school system to enhance education with after-school programs, summer programs, even in the classroom. I mean, before the pandemic, I was going to Midtown Academy almost every month to read to the kindergarten and first graders, because I know that studies have shown that when children are read to at a very young age, they tend to do better on tests later on as they go through school. So having that support system, early on, and then as they get older, having a wide variety of exposure to different career options is going to be incredibly important. And I'm looking forward to us getting better at being good partners with our schools and our colleges and universities to create more options for everyone.
Great. Well, last question, certainly not least. How can the city ensure a supply of housing that is affordable for hospitality workers, teachers, and first responders, as well as those between 80 and 120% AMI?
I'm convinced that a big part of that solution has to be creating changes in our zoning that really matches what we need today. And that comes down to allowing for more missing middle housing. Duplexes, triplexes, quads, these small rows of townhouses. We still have room for that kind of development and that small scale density increase that could give more people opportunities for home ownership, because those tend to be a little smaller and less expensive, while making the most of the land that we have in an area that's very much built out at this point. So that's one of the biggest things that I'm working on right now to help create more affordability in our city.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it, and best of luck in August and or November, depending on qualifying. So best of luck.
Thank
you
you
so much.